Hello. Can you hear me? I can't hear you. You have to turn off the mute.
Can you hear me?
Yep, now I can.
Very good. How are you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I am just finishing cutting up my fabric, but I'm doing fine.
Oh, that's awesome. How was your Florida?
Florida was great. It was a little cooler than it normally was, but it's always great to see the family.
Oh, yeah,
But it was
absolutely.
good. You and Miss Helene, how are you all doing?
Oh, we're doing great. Hang on. I got to stop recording real quick because I always forget and it automatically turns the recording on when I start up. And then it's like, oh, well, maybe I didn't want to record all this time that we're just sitting here chatting.
Right. Did you have a big class Saturday?
I'm recording and to show you real quick where we are on the class. Okay, and I should be able to draw on this. So we have done we did the center block the first month, and then we've done these blocks right here all the way around the quilt. And so this month we are doing, let me change my color, these guys right here. Whoops. Here, here.
Oh, okay.
Each one of those is 2 blocks. Okay.
Okay.
And so that's what we're doing this month. This month's instructions that I sent out, if anybody read them, in addition to doing these blocks, you're supposed to sew these 4 blocks together right here. Okay, that blue wasn't a very good choice to use because quilt's blue. So these 4 blocks here together is part of this month's instructions. However, I split that out, and that's what we're doing next month. So you don't need to do that this month unless you want to do it and you want to skip class next month, because that's our catch-up time. Okay, so if you're behind for any reason or you just need some extra time, the next month is our break month, because the only thing we're going to do is we're going to sew these 4 blocks together. Okay, these 4 sets of 4 blocks. Can I say it that way?
Yeah.
What size is that finished block?
Each of these finished blocks, each individual block right here, hang on, I lost my thingy. Okay, so each one of these blocks here, why am I not annotating anymore? Am I still sharing? I'm still sharing.
Yes.
Yeah, you're still sharing.
We can see your mouse, it just is not coloring.
Yeah, so hang on just a second, annotate. There we go. Okay, so let me try it now. All right, so each one of these blocks right here is 12.5-inch finished.
Okay.
This is 12.5-inch finished.
Mm-hmm.
That's 12.5-inch finished. So
And then the ones we're doing this week are 12.5-inch finished.
yes.
Okay.
Okay, just like next week, next month, we will be doing these, or the month after next, we will be doing these blocks. And then the month after that, we'll do those blocks. Guess what those blocks all finished too?
12 and a half. So it's just everything.
Yeah, the rest of it. And then, so then if you look at this, what we're going to be sewing together here, okay, let me take, is a 9 patch.
Yeah. A
Yeah.
big 9 patch.
A big 9 patch.
Just a big 9 patch.
Yeah.
All right. So, and the cool thing is this month's blocks are just a 9 patch. And that's all you're doing this month. Okay. So given that, let me switch over to the block that we're doing this month. This is this month's block. Okay. And all it is 9 patch after 9 patch after 9 patch. So you're going to stitch together this first. Oh, come on. Why are you not doing it? I guess you have to stop and restart annotate every time.
Oh.
Okay, there we go. So we're going to stitch together. Well, it started having problems with my annotate today. Okay, so it's gonna start. Oh, ignore that. Undo. Okay, so you're gonna start right here with this
Right.
center piece.
That's it there, okay.
Okay, and there's your 9 patches. Okay,
Right.
there's your 9 patch. Then this center block becomes the center of your next 9 patch because here's the rest of your 9 patch. All right,
Okay,
and then you'll do it a third time where this becomes the center of this 9 patch.
that's your 9 patch, okay, all right.
Okay, so it's really easy. So now I'll do a new share and go to my little camera. Oops, stop annotating. Okay, so now you should be able to see the camera here, okay? And this is my block. Now, I already sewed in Saturday's class, I sewed together this first 9 patch here, okay? And so this then becomes what's called Unit 1 in the instructions. And so this, now let me give you a little key on this, all right? So what you do is you're sewing these pieces together, and it's always going to be a center square, okay? It's going to be two of the side rectangles are one color, and 2 of the side rectangles are another color, lights and darks, okay? And then there's the squares on the end. There's always going to be 3 dark squares and 1 light square. Okay, so I call this my odd square out. Focus on that, where that odd square out is, all right, because that's then going to keep you straight when you lay out and sew the rest of your pieces on. So that when you sew your next layer on, you're going to have an odd square out. So this one, and this one are the same fabric.
And
This
L is the
odd
odd,
square out.
okay,
Okay, so my odd square out needs to line up with my odd square out here. Okay, so
okay.
that'll keep you straight as you're sewing them together, because you will get confused as you're taking your pieces apart. So you're going to sew this together just like a 9 patch. So I'm going to take my little tags off. All right.
Okay.
And then I'm going to sew this piece here, this piece here, and this piece here. So I'm going to do this. I'm not going to turn the camera for this part. It's just a little straight seam. Make sure you have a scant 1/4 inch seam going in here, guys, because you have no trim room on these blocks. You have to be exact on them. So
Let's see.
and I got a problem already because this piece is short. Why is this piece short? Oh, I got a piece that's too short. I don't know why. That's bizarre. All right, so we're gonna go with it.
Let's see. See.
I'm trying to stretch it, but I don't know if I'm gonna make it. A bit hard to stretch it. Okay, and then I'm taking my third piece and stitching it. So then this piece goes here. This piece goes here. This piece goes here. Okay, so now all I'm going to do is take my bottom pieces and sew them on like this.
Okay.
Maybe I should have trimmed my blockade because I'm coming up short here and I don't know why. Now I don't press that first set yet. I wait until I get to this point that I'm at just about now.
This is unit 1. Okay. Unit 2. Unit.
Are you talking to yourself, Dee?
I am.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure you weren't asking a question. Okay.
No.
Now
not.
I have the 3 pieces of my 9 patch. Where's my odd corner? I'm going to keep my odd corner in the same place. My odd square out. And then that means that this is my odd square out. There. Okay. So now when I press this, I'm going to press these 2 with the seam towards the outside of the 9 patch.
Okay.
Okay. Then I'm going to press these 2 with the seam towards the center of the 9 patch. Because when you then do that, then your seams are going to nest. I mean, your points are going to nest. Okay, and this piece goes to the outside. So the 2 outside pieces you press to the outside of the block, and the 2 in the 1 inner piece you press towards the center of the block. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay. Then I'm going to take this piece here and sew it there, and this piece here and sew it there, and that makes my 9 patch. When you're doing that, these are the only points you have to match are these 4 points here and here. Okay, those are the only points you have to match, and so it makes it really easy when you press it that way, because you can nest that seam real tight and stitch it out. It's going to be pressed towards the inside. Okay.
Yeah.
And so that's where you want to get that tight nest. All right. So then you want to check the trim on your block. And when you do that, the first piece that you stitch together is 6.5 inch. You can use a 6.5 inch ruler. Again, the diagonal that you're concerned about with is the dark diagonal, which is right here on the quilt. And so you want to place your diagonal line through those points here, 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 and here. Make sure that's straight, and then you can trim the block to 6.5 inch. Once you're past that first unit, then you have to go to your 12.5 inch ruler. And again, you're aligning your ruler so that that diagonal is going through the dark side, going through that dark diagonal. So then by the time you're finished sewing them, oh, I'm sorry. I'm gonna go next door and get my block. I forgot to bring the block in here.
So is she saying that first block is 6.5 inches?
Yes, that first
Yeah.
center block is 6.5 inches.
I'm gonna call that the first 9 patch. Is it?
The first 9 patch is 6.5 inches, yes.
Oh.
Okay. And you notice it more when you get the whole block complete. But here is your critical diagonal, is along the dark side right here. And so you want to lay that to get your 12.5 inches. Make sure that that diagonal lines up, and then you can trim your block. When I every single time I did the block, it was just threads away from being
Wow.
on target. Okay, so there is no wiggle room on this block.
Wow.
Sure to watch your 1/4 inch seam go way less than you normally would on your scant quarter, and then you might have a little bit to trim. And so I didn't trim until we got out to the 12.5 inch block. And at that point, I was trimming maybe 3 or 4 threads off on the corners, and that was about it.
Wow.
So it's really tight. There's not a lot of room to error on this one. So keep checking, you know, every time you sew on your 9 patch, check it to make sure that it is where it needs to be. All right. And that you're not cutting yourself short. And if you're short on one of them, then tighten your quarter or make your 1/4 inch seam smaller for the next one so that you get back up, because by the end, the important part is that you have a 12.5 inch block at the end of it. Does that make sense?
Okay.
Makes good sense.
Okay, and that's all there is for the teaching part of the class. Now I will take you guys in, and if you give me a minute here, let me see if I can. I'm going to try to log in from the other room. Okay. Oops, what did I just do? See, I can't start the meeting, so I have to join the meeting. Let me try this one other way. Join. Okay, so now I have to, sorry, I have to figure out this. 6, 2, 8, 6, 2. All right, so I'm gonna skip into the other room to join this meeting, and I can show you guys what the quilt looks like laid out. Can you guys hear me?
Yep.
Okay. So let me see if I can get this. Oh, I have to stop sharing. All right, so now you guys will see the room with the light in it.
Yep.
Yeah, that's the light I'm talking about.
That is the case.
You see that, Ted? Ted's not listening.
No, he's not.
I was muted. I'm sorry.
Okay, that's all right. So there
I'm-
is what the quilt's going to look like after this month's blocks are finished.
Wow. That's
Looks
pretty.
really good. Beautiful.
That
Yeah.
is pretty.
And that's what I'm hoping that you guys will do the same thing when you get these blocks done, is go ahead and lay it out and then take a picture and send it to me, because I want to see everybody's blocks.
Okay, then.
That looks great.
Yeah. You really see the design of the quilt better when laid out on a design wall than you do by sewing each individual block.
Yeah, you really do. You see it come together.
Yeah. And so I was really excited when I laid it out, because it's like, oh, I can see where it's going now. So, okay, I'm gonna turn this one off so I can go back into the other room without a major echo problem.
So that's interesting. What am I looking at here? Oh, I must be looking at whose room? Oh, D, I like the fan.
Pardon me?
Only thing I can see up on your screen is a fan.
Is my fan, yeah. Yeah, I had to step away because I went to my machine.
I was just trying to figure out what I was looking at. So,
My fan, yeah.
and so that's
thinking-
all I had to cover this month. I wanted to show you guys, what your blocks are going to look at. And if you lay them out like that, you will really see how spectacular this quilt is going to be.
Yep.
And I'm just dying to see everybody's different fabrics. And
And I think the takeaway from today is particularly for me, scant seams.
Can't see.
And I understand that diagonal ruler, checking everything. And on the middle of the fabric, it's ironed toward the center. The outside ones are ironed on the outside so that they can nest.
right.
And you don't do any ironing until,
I don't iron until I got both the top and the bottom sewn on,
really? Okay,
because it's just, why iron when I could just do both of those and then you can iron it, because you're going to go outside with both of them or inside with both of them.
okay.
It's really easy. And so, I do my ironing. I learned how to iron from Jenny Doan on Missouri Star. Okay, she's got a great ironing technique that she uses every time, and it's really wonderful. And
Okay,
so I really encourage you guys to watch how she presses and when she talks about how she presses, because it really does give you a nice clean seam to press that way. And if you don't know
All
how
right.
to do it, I can definitely show you.
well, I'm looking forward to making it now that they're cut.
I know. So then you guys got an hour and a half to sew. So go sew, and we can chat about anything you want. We can do anything you want. I'm going to try to see where my blocks went wrong and go fix it and get it done.
Okay, thank you.
I didn't realize that it was a combination of light and darks on this. And so I had changed some for blues and some for purples. So I'm hoping hopefully it'll still come out, but
Oh, it will.
Oh, it will.
It'll just
Oh,
have
yeah,
purple.
look at that.
Mine has purples and blues.
the purples in the
Yeah.
top corner up here is your curved side. And the curve don't really show on a single square.
It does not. And that's why I said don't get discouraged about it. When you lay it out on your design wall and you put all the blocks on there, all of a sudden it just comes out. And so, yeah, so you'll have to lay yours out and see if you like the way that it's coming out.
Yep.
Yep.
Sounds good.
Yeah, because lights and darks on this one really make it pop. So Carol shared a picture of hers, and
I have this fabulous little gauge guide,
are great.
and it has the scant quarter
Oh.
on there, which is, I have two of them. The other one does not have the scant on there,
Yeah,
but this one does.
I've never seen the one with the scant on it. That's
And
awesome.
I love it. I love it because my 1/4 inch seam doesn't go to scant enough.
Yeah.
My
Mhm.
my foot, my 1/4 inch foot doesn't go all the way to scant.
Yeah.
I have to move my needle. Mhm.
Well, I know I have to move my needle, but it's shy of going all the way to scant. So this, I have to use a different foot. I can't use my quarter foot.
Oh,
Dee, what is that ruler called?
Ideal seam gauge,
it's called what?
ideal seam gauge.
Ideal seam gauge. Let me see if I can get those. Because that's a good one. I haven't seen it. Ideal.
That's what it looks like. I know it's backwards for you guys, but,
Oh, that's not.
Actually, it's right.
oh, is it right? Okay, so it's
That's right.
backwards to me. But it is awesome. It goes from 1/8 all the way to 1.5 inches.
Wow.
And I have the other one that I love really well too, but this one is way better. And I don't even know where I got it.
Oh, look at this. Right at Checkers.
Oh, at Checkers has it?
Oh, it says it's currently out of stock, so I don't know.
Oh, of course.
But yeah. And so
Yeah, it's pretty fabulous.
I'm gonna have to add several of those into they're like $7.50, so it'd be $7.50 plus 15%. But
Yep.
yeah, that's awesome.
They're really awesome. I'll be honest.
I'll have to see if
I wonder if the original foot is a quarter. I wonder if my original foot will go to a scan, because my plastic one does not. But the metal one might. Let's see what this
yeah,
does.
they're $14.53 on Amazon.
Wow. Wow, that's a lot of money.
Yeah, they're $7.50 at Checkers, so I'm gonna order 3 of them and see if they can still get them.
Let's see if this will let me do a scant here. Let's
Well, that-
see.
That's a really nice one, because it's much easier to read than the one that I use.
Yeah, and like I said, it goes from 1/8 all the way to 1.5 inches.
Yeah.
I
Wow.
mean, the other one, my other one goes from 1/4 to 1/2 inch.
Yeah.
So
Oh, this
yeah,
is great. So,
this is the one that, most people have.
yeah.
And
And
then this-
Ted, yes, I do have that magic quilter
Oh, thank you.
for you. So,
I was trying to figure out how to send some to Dorothy and to get one, and I just couldn't get hers to work. I finally got yours to
Yeah.
PayPal to you work for Claudia, but
yes, I got that. So, yeah, but no, because she sent them to me, I paid her, so then I'm just charging you
Okay.
whatever she charged me. So,
Yeah.
that,
The one that you-
thank you.
quarter
Yeah, I'd
inch.
like one of them seam gauges too when you order them. So make sure, get us covered, lady, please.
I'll cover you. I'm still waiting on Checker. Checker's been way behind on their orders, and I've been hoping that they're going to ship it any day now. But but I'm
Wonder.
almost up to another one,
Yeah, won't go anymore. Huh, interesting.
and I ordered some other fabric from Brewers yesterday because they had a warehouse clearance, and so it was like, oh,
That'll get you in trouble, huh?
does that get me in trouble? Because Checkers had theirs last week, and then Brewers has theirs this week, and it's like, really, you guys can't do this?
It's a plot. Hmm.
Yeah,
It's a plot, exactly. It's a plot.
Yeah.
Get those quilters to spend money.
So let me see if I can see what I got yet. I don't have any open orders. Oh, come on.
There it is, and it's right even with that. Okay, interesting. Okay.
Oh my gosh, they already packed it up to see. Brewers is turning it out the next day after you order it. Checkers is taking like weeks.
I wonder why that is.
I don't know. It's like, okay, what is going on? Checkers says that they're having trouble finding people to work.
Really?
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, Oh, well, how nice is this?
What?
This other foot that Kim over at Quilter Studio sent me
Yeah.
is different. This one has one little bitty hole in the middle. It's a 1/4 inch, but it's a scant 1/4 inch. Whereas this one is a 1/4 inch
Huh.
and it will not go to scant.
Oh,
But
interesting.
this one will go to scant.
And
Isn't-
that's the extra foot.
Well, they're both the right feet. They're just,
Yeah, but
They're just
one's a scant. Yeah.
one's a scant and one is not.
Hmm.
Interesting. I did
That's
not know that. I don't tend to use this one too much because that hole is very limited. It goes nowhere. It's a very tiny, antsy little hole. Let's see if I
Yeah.
can.
So you see, just your needle, it makes terrible noises.
Yeah, I mean, it is very, very small and it's just barely there.
Yep.
So, but that's what I'm gonna try and see if that doesn't work for me.
Okay.
Because I really like having the guide as opposed to using this with the straight edge. I don't follow that too well.
Mm.
Well, there's a reason I
Yeah.
color outside the lines. They don't mind me anyway.
Exactly. Exactly. Oh my gosh.
Mhm.
Okay, so here we go. Probably have to change. Nope, I don't. Okay. Here. Okay.
Dee, your granddaughter's doing well?
She's doing very well. Thank you very much for asking. How about your babies?
They're doing very well. We just went to Florida to see the younger one.
Ah,
Yeah.
we're hoping to go to
So
Florida.
what kind of crazy stuff did you see in Florida? I love anytime a video says, okay, it happened in Florida, I'm like, okay, what crazy's going on now?
We didn't see too much. We had an opportunity to go to the we went to the alligator farm and the zoo with the grandchildren.
Oh,
That's always so much fun.
Yeah, it's, it was just good. But I too, like you, Tammy, I love to people watch and see crazy
Yep.
stuff.
Crazy.
It's just,
I know.
you know what I like? I like that people are bold enough to do and be what they want to be.
Yep, I
Yeah.
do too.
oh, I
Because
do too.
I'm a coward, so I watch them.
Oh, did you see Dee's hair?
Her
And
hair.
why aren't we getting video from you, Linda?
Oh, is my video? Oh, is it
Yeah,
on
you-
now?
Now it's on.
Yes,
Okay, you gotta
I
check out Dee's hair.
I colored my hair. Can you see
Oh,
that?
how fun!
Killer.
Good for you.
I did that last Thursday.
See, that's the thing I'm talking about. That's so fun.
Oh,
I
I
love-
know.
I've been wanting to do it for
Lord.
years. I just hadn't had the opportunity, and opportunity presented itself, and I said, let's go for it. It's just so much fun.
I like when I see blue hair and purple hair.
I do too. I love purple
know.
hair. That's my next one, I think, is purple.
See, that's
I'll-
what I'm talking about. Just being bold.
Yeah.
I'll date myself. I remember when the legacy women would dye their hair just lightly pink or lightly blue so it didn't look gray.
I know,
Well,
but
now we do it to stay hip.
the hair colors that they have now, I mean, it is, the hair colors are just so vibrant and beautiful
Yeah.
now. that
They
it's like,
are, they're
They're
just so
vivid.
fun.
Yeah, they really are.
you know, I saw one where she had dark hair and it was dark long hair, and then underneath they had done a rainbow. I mean,
Ooh.
literally a rainbow. It
Colors.
was so gorgeous, and I thought, oh my God, I want to do that.
Yep. Well, my granddaughter has purple and pink from about right here down. She's let her hair get really long, which is,
Wow. Wow.
I've never seen it this long, but it looks really great. So much fun.
Oh my gosh, yes.
I had to laugh at my granddaughter. She wanted the pink hair too. So her mom let her. And then her brother, who was 16, decided he wanted pink hair too. So he dyed his pink. And I just, yeah.
I think it's awesome. I think it's so cool because it's like Linda says, those people that can just be themselves no matter what.
No
And
matter what.
And I'll
And
tell
you
you,
gotta
the
have fun.
happiest
Life's
thing in
short.
my life is that Brian can be himself no matter what,
Yes.
you know, and it's like
Yep.
watching him be comfortable with being himself and being different and enjoying the difference rather than, you know, trying to suppress the difference.
And you
Mhm.
just have to enjoy life. It's too short.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Just way
Life
too fun.
Just too short. Now,
The unfortunate part is it took us a long time to realize that.
Yes.
yes.
Well,
Well,
and we still have
we-
problems with it because what was ingrained into us when we were
exactly. I was just going to say that, Linda, we were raised with that dogmatic, everything has to be perfect
Oh, yeah,
Mhm.
atmosphere, and you can't step out of the box.
right. You gotta
absolutely.
dress a certain way, you gotta act a certain way.
Yeah.
You gotta, yeah.
Mhm.
And I still have a problem stepping out of the box, although I've gotten more bold about it, but I still do have, you know, I have
Oh,
to
yeah.
really step out
Yeah.
sometimes, and it's hard. But once I do it, it's like, oh my, what was I so afraid of?
That
Who
was
did I think was
liberating.
gonna come and arrest me? I mean, yeah, just,
Oh, it is just so liberating when you just do that. You
Yeah.
just-
Yeah, it is. So Tammy, all right, so I sewed and I don't think I'm going to get these to, wait a minute, let me put these in the right spot first. And it's probably the order that I put them in, but let's just see this. All right. So I did this first.
Okay. That's center, correct?
Yeah. Now this is the top other part,
Mhm.
okay? I'm trying to oh, you fold. You said to outside and inside. I don't understand when you're gonna do the
Okay.
ironing outside and inside. I'm not understanding that part.
Okay. So the narrow strips are on the outside of the block.
Got it?
So those are the ones you're gonna press towards the outside of the block.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay,
So
got it.
yep. And then the center block you press towards the center.
Yes, okay, that's it.
Okay.
Okay.
And then they will nest. Okay. One's going up and one's going down.
But don't press it until they're sewn together.
Well,
No,
yeah.
no need to go press it right now before they're
Right.
sewn. Okay.
Right. Because the seams, because you're not dependent on one going any which way yet. Okay. That's only in the next step when you're going to sew. But so before you sew the three pieces together, you want to have it pressed.
Yes, okay.
Okay. Get it to three pieces and
Okay.
then go press and then.
Yeah, what I want to at least do today is at least use the measure, at least do a measuring, because you know how I am with that.
Yes.
So that would be a good one. This is going on the inside.
And don't get overboard on your measuring. Okay. If you're really close to that 6.5 inch, let it go because you might need it later. If you're short, then you need to be concerned.
Okay. Is Dawn still doing hers? I haven't talked to her, seen her.
she is. Unfortunately, her father passed on Sunday, so
Oh, he did.
he did. So I did not expect her to be here today.
Oh, I didn't. Oh, I'll
Yeah, I
reach out.
talked to her on Sunday, and so
Bless her heart, but I'm sure he's in a better place. Because
yes.
he had cancer, correct?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know that I ever knew, but
Oh,
yeah, but it's just he was dying and had stopped eating and everything else, and so he is absolutely in a better place now. You know, it's tough to go through no matter what. Oh, I like that view much better, Dee.
oh, dear. All my
Did-
dolls there.
Dee, are those your yard? What are those? Those aren't your yard rows.
No, they're not. They're ballet dancers from Ashton Drake.
Were you a ballet dancer?
My daughter was.
Okay. Oh, it's her collection.
It's her collection, But her dolls freak them out. So I have them all. Which I did not know that dolls freaked them out until just in the last few years.
Really?
My granddaughter asked me sometime back, she said, Kiki, when you die, would you please just will all your dolls to Cameron, because dolls just freak me out. I don't want them.
Wow.
That's
You
great.
You had no clue.
I had no clue that either one of them, my daughter or her, had no idea.
Oh my gosh.
And I just told her, I said, honey, they're not mine to will. They're your mother's, because they all go to her. And if she wants to will them to Cameron, then let her knock herself out.
Oh gosh.
Did they play with dolls when they were younger?
You know, both of them did till they were about 2 years old. And after that, none. I would buy them and they would sit there. They just would not.
And
Wow.
you kept buying and had no idea.
Oh, because I loved them. I loved them. And so I bought them. because I was like,
Traumatizing
how
those
could
poor
you not love
babies.
Oh yeah, she was traumatizing them.
Oh, yeah, I was.
Absolutely.
That's like my girlfriend decorated her son's room in clowns. She did not know he was scared of clowns, and he kept coming in her room to go to sleep. And she said, honey, I fixed up your room. I love it. And he wouldn't tell her. Finally, he said, I am petrified of clowns. But she had no idea that he was scared of clowns.
And sometimes they can't voice that either. They don't know that that's what it is.
Yeah.
I think that's part of it. Not sure, but I think.
Makes
So that's
sense.
what I'm telling myself. Now, Tammy, again, on the square, the initial 3,
Yeah.
the seams go into the square or away from the square, or does it matter at this point?
Yes, it does. Okay. So are you on one of the narrow ones or on the wide center one?
I'm on the
On
first,
wide center
the
one.
first
yeah.
3 center.
The seams go towards the center because that's the
the
center of your 9 patch.
Okay. Got it.
Aha. Wow, I'm way off on this one. So that's why my fabric wasn't aligning. This way. When I was bragging yesterday at the Saturday class, you guys, that I don't know if you can see this or not, but I have been sewing with the same bobbin since we started this quilt,
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow.
and I still have bobbin on it.
Wow.
Those deco bobbins are
It is. They are.
amazing.
They are
Oh
my
my gosh.
favorites.
I mean, I couldn't believe it because I looked at my, because I started a new pack because it's this light gray color. And I've only taken one out of there, and that's this one. And it's like, how can I have sewn all of that you saw on the wall and still have bobbin thread left?
Wow.
So tell me what this is, Tammy.
Huh?
What is it called?
It's called,
Deco Bob.
they're Deco Bob pre-wound bobbins.
Okay.
Okay. And so Deco Bob is an 80 weight thread. So it's a very fine thread, and it's good for bobbin use. And it just, but they last forever because you can get so much on there because it's a thin thread.
But not
Okay.
not all machines like them.
Not all machines like them, but mine
Like
has
this
no
machine,
problem with it. Mine,
it depends on the thread I'm using. If I'm using Orfil, it does not like the Deco Bob and the bobbin.
on what,
Really?
on your machine?
Nope. In
Oh,
fact, that's what I'm having to rip it out right now because it's not, the tension's off on it.
Oh, see that mine loves it. I've got
My,
Orville.
my little Janome loves it. My big Janome does not.
Isn't that funny? Yeah, because I'm using it on my Eversound, and I'm using Orville on the top, and I'm using the Deco Bob on the bottom, and it loves it.
The
Now, I
crazy
had
thing,
problems with my long arm until I got the tension adjusted correctly.
now I'll be honest with you, the Deco Bob, the Janome 80 weight, it loves the machine and the bobbin. But the 80 weight Wonderfield does not.
Wow. Wow.
So I go back and forth between the two because depending on what thread I'm using,
You use size L, don't you?
I use, no, 15. Isn't it 15?
Are you sure? Because I thought Janome used L's. And that may be the case, as they may not be producing the L bobbin correctly.
No, I think it uses, let me look now, you're gonna question me.
Uh-oh.
I think I've always used the 15, but let me look and see what it is real quick, because I've got it right here, Janome. Oh, it doesn't tell me.
Bobbin compatibility list.
They're bobbins, it doesn't tell me what it is, but let's see what it tells me in my book.
Superior Threads has the best. It does.
Yeah, they
If
do.
If you find it in your book, I will be impressed.
I love Superior Thread. Love it.
No,
Love
but
it.
Superior Threads has a awesome.
Yeah.
Oh no, yours does use oh wait, a 1600. Are you using a Janome?
No, I'm using the 15,000.
Okay, so then it says most Janomes use class 15.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I think it's a 15.
Janome 1600P uses an L style.
Yeah, I believe mine is a 15.
Yeah, but Superior Threads has a bobbin compatibility list that I downloaded when I worked at Attic Treasures and kept it in the Attic Treasures because people would come in and well, I need bobbins. Well, what kind of a machine do you have? What kind of bobbin do you need? Well, I don't know.
It's a sewing
so-
machine.
But you're right. You know what? The book does not tell you what
The
type
book
of
never
bobbin
tells
you
you,
have.
and it
Nope.
drives me
Why
bonkers.
wouldn't they tell you?
Oh, look at this cool toenail polish up there. Oh, it's toenail fungus stuff. I'm watching your commercials on your TV. Oh, now it's got Boblin Jello. And you're all going, what the hell is
What is she talking about? See, the only thing it tells me on the Janome about the bobbins is that the bobbins have a J on it. That's all it tells me.
Yeah, so Janome's bobbins may just be enough difference that,
Because like I said, on my little Janomes, loves it.
yeah,
Big
well, cheap
cookies.
machines are usually all made the same.
Usually, but not on this one.
Oh, man.
But I think they're 15s. But yes, the Super Bob's bobbins, pre-wounds, they're really good also.
I love them.
And
like
my
I said,
machine likes them.
I wasn't using them on my long arm for a long time because they would break and everything. And then I figured out it was all tension related. It didn't have anything to do with the dang bobbins. And so I went back to using them, and now it's like, man, I love them because I can go almost through the whole quilt with not changing bobbins.
Well, it just does depend on the thread also, because on embroidery thread, I can use the Deco Bob, but on Wonderfill, I cannot.
That's interesting. Yeah, see, it just depends. To me, well, on the long arm, you have to adjust for your thread types no matter what. So, you know, you're always adjusting tension on the long arm. That's why I hate changing threads, is because it's like, oh, now I'm gonna have to go do the adjust the tension again.
Again, yep.
You know, whereas on this, for some reason on the regular sewing machine, it doesn't seem, no, see, something's wrong with this. Got something cut wrong or something. 'Cause
Okay, Tammy, I only had to trim very little, so that worked out.
cool. So then keep going. Okay, so this then
Okay, arrange.
should be. Yeah, see, I definitely got.
Yep, I think I need a new needle.
So where do you get these deco bobbins you all are talking? Just Tammy, you can order them, I guess.
Uh-huh.
So I'll send you a note. And they come in all colors or mainly neutrals?
Yeah, they come in a bunch of different colors, but you have to buy them in packs of like 5. I know
Okay.
there's packs of 10, I think.
Okay,
They're packs of, the Deco Bobs are packs of 50 of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 12.
Yeah.
Put it on,
Okay.
okay.
and it's called DECO?
Uh-huh, Deco
Yeah.
Bob.
Okay,
Yeah, it looks, I'll share this screen real quick. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, she's holding them up.
And and you can even get them in the big pack that has all kinds of colors.
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah, I got one. Yeah.
So
That's really good.
yeah, I really like them for embroidering, that I don't have to wind the bobbin because I have all the colors. Or
Yeah.
pretty much I can get something real close.
Nice.
Okay, so now.
I love Wonderfill thread.
I do
just
too.
love it.
There are a few of my favorites, and Wonderfill is one of them. I'm not sure about that either. It doesn't look.
Yeah, Linda, if you go to wonderfill.com,
Okay,
and you look under bobbins class 15, you can see all the colors they come in. So you select bobbins and then you select class 15, you can see all the different colors they come in.
okay.
Because there's, you know, mixed assortments and
What's class 15 mean to me?
that's your bobbin type. There's class L, class M, or class 15.
It's like your bobbin size.
It's your bobbin size and shape.
Well, I guess, and I think I heard you all talking, you need to know
Well,
what,
Ever sewn is a class 15. I don't know what your other sewing machine is. What kind of sewing machine?
a Janome, I have a small Janome, and then I have a, whatever that, I don't know what this other one is.
Well, if you have a small Janome, it's a 15.
It's a 15, yeah.
And a baby lock.
A baby lock what?
Oh, it's not a fancy one, let's see. A baby lock, let's see. Presto 2.
Oh my gosh, that's an old one. But most of baby locks are class 15 as well. So
Well, when you say, oh, I guess I've only had it a couple years. Maybe it was old when I got it.
it's a baby lock Presto.
It says Presto, Presto 2. I've only had it a couple years.
Never heard of it.
Show Baby Lock Presto 2. Oh, it's one of the new ones. Yep, it's one of the new ones because it's, yep. Yeah, so it's in a class 15.
Okay, good to know. Thank you.
I thought most of baby locks were, but not all of them.
Yeah. So they renamed all the Baby Lock machines after we left the store, Ted. So
I know. So yeah,
yeah,
but
so I'm not as familiar with the new names as I am the old names.
nope.
It's the same machines, they just renamed them.
Mhm.
I have to lay my pattern before I sew.
I like it when my squares line up.
So do I, and I got one that's not. And it's like,
Yeah,
why are you not?
Yeah.
If you return
B and B.
that's off.
So, Linda, how long were you in Florida?
About 2 weeks.
Fun.
Yeah, the grandchildren were out of, spring break. Although their spring break wasn't that long and Rachel and Mike had to work, but when we go, Roy wants to at least spend 10 days, so. Otherwise, I mean, he just needs to get his fix that way. So anyway, that's why we stayed so long, because the kids had gone to school and Rachel and Mike were back at work.
Oh, wow.
But Roy, he takes on projects and all of that and
Oh my gosh.
while we're there.
Spoils the grandkids.
Would love, yeah, but their father is pretty, I mean, they're filled with love, but they have chores and all of well, not really, but he requires them to pick up after themselves.
Well,
Good.
that's
Good.
Well, that ain't right. Oh yeah.
I was just talking to my sister-in-law before I got off on the phone. Her granddaughter, age 8, ran away from home this morning.
Oh, my God. 8?
Yep, ran away from home. Of course, they found her. Someone found her wandering the street. Yep.
oh my gosh.
Yeah. Now, it's a good thing the lady found her and got her home, because can you imagine if a stranger had picked her up?
I mean,
Yep.
oh my
So
gosh.
I told her they really need to dig deep and look into see what's going on there.
Yeah.
8 years old. That's awfully young to be running away from home.
Yeah, that's exactly.
I don't know. I was in 6th grade, so that would have been
6th grade,
you're
12 and 13. You're 12 and 11 and 12.
Oh, yeah. I think I was 11. But we were out in the country, so it was like a little different.
I ran away too, but couldn't go far because I knew I wasn't allowed to cross the street. Now I want to know how come I get an email that says there's no corrections to this month's cutting instructions.
I know something's wrong, eh?
Yeah, A, B, L, and K were all missing.
What?
A, B, L, and K instructions are all missing.
Oh, were they really?
He's kidding, right?
I was
No.
going to think he's pulling your leg.
I
No.
think he is.
Mine doesn't have any on it.
Oh, that's
The 24 2-inch squares of A and 24 2-inch squares of B.
Huh,
Huh. That's interesting. I shall have to check it.
Wait a minute, now what do you mean, 24, are you saying you don't have that, Ted?
My Acu
On the
quilt.
quilt instructions.
Oh,
Yeah. Definitely must have had something wrong there.
Yeah, there's no A, no B, no L, and no K on it.
The wrong one because I remember that and then I thought I had corrected it before I sent it out.
Oh, sure. I don't get the new edition.
No, because it was what I originally sent out. I didn't change anything to it. So, man, this is the first time I've got a wonky block, and I don't know
yeah.
what is going on here.
Ted, you were the only one who paid attention that they were missing, that they were wrong.
Yeah, you
Well-
were, exactly.
Well, once you get the center 9 patch, you all of a sudden need 3B 2-inch squares.
Yeah, and so you're right. I probably sent out the old. I think you're probably the only one that's doing AccuQuilt. There is just something just not.
I just don't have all the, I don't have all the dies, so I'm not doing
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
Well, I've got the strip cutters, and boy, that makes it nice to be able to just cut the strips and then subcut those. But
Oh, definitely.
It is nice, but yeah, I don't have them, so not going there.
yeah, they evilly put a good size discount. It was a 20 or 30% off on deal. Yeah. They don't do it very often, but when I saw
No.
that one on there, I went ahead and got the strips I was missing.
I
Well,
need to do that because I need the 2-inch strip pretty badly. I have
It
the 2
certainly
1/4 and
Yep.
the 2 1/2, but not the 2, not the 2.
And then we do a quilt like this, which is all 2s.
Yes, exactly.
Somehow or another, I think I just need to redo this block because it is not. I have not yet had one come out wonky, and this one has come out so wonky that I
Oh,
can't
shoot.
figure out. I don't know.
That's hard.
But something's not good on here. So let me press this out.
So Dee, are you cutting yours the old fashioned way, just measuring and cut?
I am.
Okay,
And there's nothing wrong with that either.
well, that's what I'm doing.
But personally, I don't mind. I like to cut, so it's not a big hassle for me. Of course, I'm starting a quilt tomorrow, or actually I started it this morning, that I've decided to cut these guys at 2 for my nephew's graduation quilt. And I'm thinking of taking it over to Tammy's tomorrow. Oh, Tammy, are you coming over here tomorrow?
Yeah, I thought I was coming over there tomorrow.
Well, bring your 2-inch strip cutter, would you?
Okay. I can do that.
Well, it certainly would be appreciated. Because I've decided let me show you guys this panel. He just won state champions for pole vaulting. So
Oh,
I
wow.
have this panel that I'm going to make a quilt out of. And his favorite colors are that lime and green. That's that lime green and that blue.
Okay.
So I've picked these colors.
Oh, that's way better.
Oh, look at that.
I
Yeah.
picked these colors that he likes, and I'm going to make it. I'm going to do that border around
Oh,
the
wicked.
because it has that same kind of pole vault feel to it to me.
Yeah.
So I'll do where the red is, I'll do the green, and where that blue is, I'll do the blue.
I think that's wicked.
And but I've decided to cut them. They say to cut it at 1 1/2, but I don't because it's a panel, I don't want to cut it that thin. So I'm cutting it at 2 so that it'll go down to 1.5 inch strips.
Got
See,
it.
this is telling me
So
to
I
cut
think
it.
that might be too. Yeah, how big is that gonna make it though?
I need to make it 72 by 72.
Yeah, so yeah, you need the wider
So I
strip.
need the wider strip.
Yeah.
So
So you want the 2-inch, the
Unbig-
finish is a 1.5 inches.
right,
Yes,
correct.
2-inch cut. Okay. Yeah, I can do that.
So that's what I'm working on because he graduates in May or June, I guess, in Texas. They graduate in June. And so I've got to, I got to get that done.
Oh, this is just icky. Why are you being so icky to me?
This isn't coming out real good to me either. What is,
Doing wrong here. Every other one of my blocks came out just beautiful, and this one is just.
this one seems to be coming out short. I think I'm going to stop right there and rip this out and redo it.
Diagonal. There's my diagonal. There's my diagonal. So my diagonal's much better now. I'm short over there though. Okay, let's go this way. Well, I was sewing on Saturday without my glasses on, which is like a
Oh, gosh.
what?
That's not something I would even attempt.
I can get close enough there. Okay, but this is still wonky a little bit. So I'm gonna try.
Okay, so I have a friend whose daughter took her best friend to the hospital for some surgery that had to be done, some exploratory surgery.
Okay.
And while they were there, they got lice.
Oh, no.
Serious.
Seriously. So, and her husband, of course, is deployed. So she's stuck at home with the 2 girls dealing with lice and post-op. And they're 18, both of them. So you know how much fun that must be for her.
Lice at the hospital. That's not too good.
No, that's not good at all. And that's where they wanted to take me Saturday night. And I said, no, don't think I want to go to the hospital. Thank you very much.
Okay, so now we're gonna try this again and see if this will work. Okay, so I got. There's my odd block.
Tammy, are you working on the same block that we're on?
Yes, I am. I'm just finishing. It's the last one. I've done 7 of them. This is just number 8. Because I always do them ahead of the class, and then I save one block to use as the sample for class. So
Right.
I do all 7 of them ahead of time because I really want to sew enough that I can see if there's any easier way to do it and everything else. And so, I'm just a slow learner. So it usually takes by about the 7th one, I've got it figured out how to do it right,
But for some reason, this last one is turning out wonky.
Yeah, for some reason this last one was off and I don't know. But it could be I was sewing the other day without my glasses and I just was ripping it apart and I didn't press it real good. So all of those things, when you pull it apart, you stretch the fabric. And so I probably just stretch the fabric a little bit.
So my question on this one now is how do I press the seams towards the up or down
Which one?
on my first 6 inch?
On your first 6 inch? Oh, that doesn't matter. You can press.
Oh, this doesn't matter? Okay.
Yeah, that doesn't matter. Well, it doesn't matter now. It might matter later, but I haven't found out yet what. Okay, so then now this guy I gotta sew back together. And then hopefully this is gonna match better. And it doesn't help that I don't have any light in here where I'm sewing right now because we unhooked the other light thinking we were gonna put in the new lights, but we need Ted, so I'm sewing in the dark. I'll blame it on anything other than me.
Oh my gosh, Tammy, you are not exaggerating about that scan.
Yeah,
There's nothing like, it's exactly 6.5 by 6.5.
yeah. So, which is good. I mean, technically that's,
Well, yeah, no,
good.
that's good, but still, I'm just shocked how there is nothing to cut.
yeah. That's why I wanted to really get people to focus on that scant 1/4 inch seam this month. Yeah, because when Dorothy was saying, "Woo, it's it's close this month," I said, "Okay, it wasn't just me."
Okay, so there's my first center. Okay, so that is C. Back in order.
Okay, so now I can press.
C. G, E, F. No G, H, I, J, K. Okay. Okay. Next. Next is L.
I better go back out to laying bricks. This is going to get me in trouble.
Uh-oh, why?
Well, I sewed the next 2 on, and then I got my little side strips. I got to hold them up, and the side strips are about 4 inches shorter than the other square. And what the heck?
Uh-oh.
Oh, I guess you got to fold them out and press them flat first, huh? Because if you don't fold the ears out, it's about 4 inches short.
Okay, your mind is not on this, Ted.
You ought to see me trying to lay bricks. Uh-huh.
Oh, God.
Linnea gets grumpy with me. She says, I do not think the bigger the gob, the better a job applies to bricks masonry.
You guys amaze me at how she can still be married to you.
Yeah.
Okay, next one. Uh-oh, why are you not charging?
Why are you not pressing right? There we go. Okay. I'm a mess today. Drop something.
I might be losing you guys because it doesn't seem like my iPad wants to charge.
Uh-oh.
So if I lose you, that's why, because my iPad is dead.
Yeah, you didn't hang up because you were mad at us, huh?
Nope, not this time.
Oh, I'm gonna be amazed if this block comes out at all. Okay, so how do we like that little match? That one's pretty damn good. And that one's pretty, wow. Well, at least my points matched.
There you go.
Yeah.
It's all about the little victories sometimes. It really
Yeah.
is.
Oh, gosh.
I was telling
you're
some ladies recently that quilting can make you very humble.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And whoever knew that fabric could move so much.
Yes. Well, I shared that new quilt label with you guys, didn't I? The phrasing for that one.
Which one?
I made this quilt square for you, and I had to rip it out not once, not twice, not 3 times, but 4 times. I stabbed myself with a needle several times. I used several bad words, several out loud, and a couple in my head. I went to put it together or turn it inside out. I noticed that the pocket was on the wrong side. And
Oh,
I didn't even fix it. You darn well better enjoy this quilt.
Sometimes that is how it goes.
Yes, it is.
Yes, exactly. Oh, so I started off by telling you that we donated a quilt to the Occoquan VFW for them to raffle off, for their women's auxiliary group to raffle
Oh,
off.
Oh, nice.
Cool.
So as soon as we get information on the raffle, I'll let you guys know. So if you want to support the Occoquan VFW,
Which one did you send them?
the red, white, and blue star quilt that Mom did.
Mm-hmm.
And so, and then we have got 6 quilts that we're going to be donating to Prince William County sometime this month.
Wow.
Yeah, so we got 6 quilts finished downstairs. So I actually have been doing pretty good about getting a quilt a week quilted so that we can finish them and get them out of here.
Wow, that's phenomenal.
That's great.
It's pretty cool.
That is pretty phenomenal. That's right.
Yep.
My mother and stepfather are in the Walsenburg Veterans Center, retirement center, or whatever you call it, nursing home. And I'd redone Tony's Serenity Prayer quilt and sent him a new one since this one came up missing.
Oh yeah.
And he decided it was too nice to use, so the maintenance guy for the facility came in and made a frame and mounted it on the wall in his room for him.
Oh.
So then Mom decided she had to have her footprints in the sand mounted. So the guy made another frame. So they got them both in there. So neither one of them's using the quilts. I made them for sitting in their wheelchairs, but you know.
They're hanging on the wall.
Ted, is someone taking their quilts?
I had made one for my stepfather and my younger sister, and 2 of her kids had gone down to have a garage sale to sell everything out of inside of his house because he was getting ready to go in the nursing home. Now, unfortunately, they sold everything out of the house, including the stove, and he didn't go for another 6 months.
Ooh.
So all he had was his chair in the living room and a TV set. I was livid, but somewhere in that, his Serenity Prayer lap quilt came up missing.
Wow.
Yeah.
I have a feeling my sister or her kids took it, but I can't prove that. But
That's unfortunate.
so I made him another one, and he just loves it. But the male nurse is,
Somebody offered him a good price for it.
yeah. Mm-hmm. But the male nurse down there in the nursing facility likes him, and he evidently just had a little one. So he was wanting a quilt about half the size of that. It'll have his baby's, he just had a baby, have his baby's footprints in it and some other things and a little boy's prayer. He wants to know if I would make him something like that, but he hasn't sent me any pictures yet. So.
Oh, cute. Okay, so now I'm on my last. I'll show you here. Share. I love Zoom. I just think they've done.
I just,
such a good
you know
job.
what, out of everything that's happened in the last year, that Zooming is the best thing that's come out of it. I
I
mean,
know. I know. Okay.
there's so much you can do and you can still stay in touch and you can see people's faces, and
Yeah.
I really appreciate the
But
Zoom.
we can sew together just like we are right now. It's like so much fun. Okay, so I am finished with the first 9 patch that we laid out this morning. Okay, or actually the second, because there's my first 9 patch, then there's my second 9 patch, and now I'm layering on my third 9 patch. And again, it's just exactly the same. There's the odd block out, okay, and so it's going to match up with my other odd blocks, and then putting it out, and I'm just going to sew it together like another 9 patch.
Oh, ladies and gentlemen, this is just so much fun.
It really is.
It is. And it sure beats being out in the backyard trying to lay bricks in the sunshine today.
Yeah, I can get that.
It's been really cool in that having the two classes because some people attend on Sundays and some people attend, and then it then yeah.
Uh-oh, that doesn't sound good.
I know. Why is it so short? Here we go again. Now, every other one of my blocks, and I'm using the same exact straps. Why is this one so far off? Oh my God.
And I put some rolls on the wrong way, so I've got to take out. Yep.
This is like so interesting. So this is 10
Alright.
3/4 inch. So this is
Oh, boy.
10.5 inch. So why is this so much bigger? This is like a
Did,
quarter.
did you turn your machine off and on again and it come back in a default setting?
That wouldn't matter.
Okay.
What would that matter?
Well, if you
Oh,
adjust,
the seam.
if you adjusted
That's
your
good.
scan seam, yeah.
Oh yeah, I see what you're saying. No, because the only thing I have to adjust on mine is the stitch length when I turn it off and turn it back on again. So why do I think I'm
No.
Where's my good old ruler? Oh, did somebody else say no?
Yes, I have actually put my block on the wrong way. Dang it.
No,
Yep.
I think that's what she said, Dee.
I think it is what you said, isn't it?
It is. Dang it. Yep.
So I have to actually look at the instructions here.
Oh, not that.
I know.
Oh, Ted, that's good. Instructions, no, please.
That's been the hardest thing is I have to read the instructions every month to
Okay.
figure it
Darn
all out. Okay.
I'd gone up to
Oh, what the world
Home
is that?
Depot to get some stuff for the house, and Linnea was with me, and they had moved stuff around in the store, so it's not where it's supposed to be. So she's doing the guy approach, just kind of wandering around the aisle, seeing where it's at. So I stopped and asked somebody where they'd moved this to. She goes, sometimes you are so not a guy.
It is.
Yeah, you just want to get to it.
This is just so weird.
Okay, I think that did it.
How could I go from just barely being the
Oh.
right size to like a 1/4 inch off?
I don't know, but it does happen.
God, this is like awful.
But I have to tell you, it's not that I'm happy that it's happening to you all, but it lets me understand that I'm not the only one.
Oh gosh, no.
Not by a long shot, dear.
No.
Yeah.
Long shot.
But what I did not pay attention to is that odd corner that Tammy reminded us of.
Yeah.
And it just
Exactly.
went south. Yep, went south after that.
Yep. Well, let me tell you how I know to watch that corner. Okay. How do you think I know to tell you guys these stuff?
Oh,
This
we
is all
know.
stuff that I do when I'm sewing the first 7 blocks together. It's like, okay, how many times do I have to sew this incorrectly before I realize the method for?
Yeah.
Oh, trust me, I rip out more than I ever sew.
I do too. I rip out constantly.
Yep.
To the point I even named my different seam rippers because I use them. I'm very familiar with them and they know me well.
And I forget where I was. I made the remark, yeah, me and my seam ripper are best friends. And somebody just laughed at me. But yeah, we really are.
There's no line about that.
Okay, so where do I think I need to trim this guy?
Why didn't you cut?
definitely gonna have to trim this guy. See it. First of all, you guys, I need to leave for just a second because I need to go trim this where there's light. I can't see enough to be able to trim it there.
Yep, I sold it at the wrong angle. D.
Pardon me?
Oh, so I was saying, I was calling my threads, I was saying D fabric, but what I really did was only sewed one of the sides on incorrectly. And now,
Oh.
yeah, so that was good.
That was
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
What I hate is when I sew one on correctly, start ripping it apart and realize I ripped out the right side.
Exactly. I've done that. Oh, that's annoying.
Okay, quit talking about me. I'm back.
Well, okay.
Okay.
No fun.
You just spoiled everything.
Well, I just lost a piece of fabric too. Where did it go? You guys are seeing me in my real true element today. It's like, what the frick? Where'd that piece go? It's like, it was just here. There's nothing underneath here.
So Tammy, who's on your Saturdays class?
Let me see. This last Saturday, it was Dorothy and Robin and Carol and Cecily and Carolyn.
Oh, quite a few.
Yeah. Usually Saturday class is my smaller class, but I think that Dorothy just wanted to hurry up and get into the blocks, and she's amazing.
She is.
I'm actually missing two little pieces. So where did they go? Oh, Timmy. Why do I have to be so bloody idiotic here? I did not take them. I think I took them.
It's not exactly perfect.
Oh, they're in my sewing machine.
Well,
It's always pure entertainment with me around.
at least you found it.
Yeah, at least I found it. So, okay. And lo and behold, this matches now. Oh, yay.
Tammy, the second one is supposed to be a 9.5 by 9.5.
Yes.
Okay.
And mine, believe it or not, was 10 by 10. And it was like, wow. Actually, it was like 9 3/4 by 9 3/4. And so I had to trim a 1/4 inch off.
Well, I'd rather be having to trim than having to add.
Yeah.
Too.
I think I just got a little too scant on my seams.
Okay, then.
You're funny, Dee.
Why is that?
Because every time you get done with something, you get, okay then.
Well, I feel like I accomplished something.
Well, but the reason that it's funny is because I do the exact same thing, okay? And you know how I'm always saying at the end of every sentence is okay? Well, my dog unfortunately thinks that's the word that means, oh, we're gonna go play. And
Ah.
I'm just talking and I'm saying, okay, we're gonna go do this. And she'll jump up and get all excited every time I say okay, you know, and it's like, that's not what I mean. It's just an expression. And then, you know, the Rottweilers have a way of making having the most expressive faces. And her face of disappointment is just absolutely gut wrenching. You know, if you're not going to go play with her, she just, oh gosh, it's like you shot her or something. She's just so brokenhearted.
Oliver's the same way.
Yeah.
Oh, Jay, it's just right here. Okay.
And it's funny now because Linnea will take him for a walk first in the morning,
Yeah.
even though he's not the superior or primo dog.
Yeah.
She'll take him first because there'd be no peace in the house if he didn't get to go first. So he goes out for about a 20-25 minute walk, and she actually goes about between 3 and 4 miles.
Oh, wow.
So that's her power walk. Then she comes back home and leaves him and picks up Sahara, the Mastiff. And then she gets about a 20-minute walk with her, which is just kind of a slow trudge, which is her cool down. But when she leaves, Oliver, yike, yike, oh. He's got this howl. So I started teasing him. Are you sad?
She's leaving me.
I do that with Roxy when she hears the noise and she kind of lets out this little woof, you know, and then I'm like, what is it, Roxy? What do you hear? And she's, you know, and I'm going, is it gonna get us? Is it gonna get us? And then she'll jump up and go to a door and bark, you know, and it's like, idiot, there's nothing out there, right?
Yeah, now look what you did. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Linnea's working with Oliver to try to tell him we've got it, because he'll do the same thing. Woof, and then he'll go to the window, and if he sees anything, or now a FedEx truck or UPS truck must have a special whine to them because they recognize those coming down the street.
Oh yeah, and they hate them.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Well, I've discovered something about this foot that I've never used. I really, really like it.
What?
Because it has the, let's see, where is it? Where am I? Where's my camera?
Is that your scant foot, D?
It's my foot. That new quarter foot that I have, that's a scant one, yes. And it has
Hang on, let me stop sharing my camera so that you can
okay.
we can
Those
see
are
you
before now.
bigger. There you
Okay.
go.
There you go. It has this, well, I'll bring it over here. It has this extra, see how long that guide is?
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
And so that really, it comes way past the foot. So it's really nice.
Oh wow.
My other one does not do that. That other one, which is this one, it just
Barely. Yeah.
barely goes past.
That's the way Baby Lux is. Yeah.
Yeah.
And this one just, I mean, look at that, 1/4 inch on further down. I love it.
Is that a universal foot or is it a Janome?
It's a Janome foot,
Janome
Like-
scant?
but it's a Janome foot. But I would think that if you have a 9mm machine, you could use it.
Now hold your foot just like that, because you guys, the other cool thing about this foot, and this is what you should look on every 1/4 inch foot you get, is see the lines across it.
Yep.
Those are your measurements to make your corners. So like if
Yep.
you're going on binding and stuff, you know, this line down here is
Oh,
exactly a
This
1/4
is
inch.
your quarter line that you would pivot on.
Wow.
Yeah, so,
And whereas on the regular foot, they don't have that. On your metal foot, they don't
yeah,
have it. They only
Yeah.
have it on plastic feet. Even this one has that quarter
mine
inch.
has it on there. My metal foot has it on there.
Oh,
but yeah,
does it? Mine
Yeah.
do not.
But
They
they're
have
not, they're
indentations,
just
and so it just,
a raised edge. You can't really see them.
Yeah.
But Dee,
That-
what is that foot called?
It is a quarter inch foot.
Because
It's
I
an
have to know quarter inch, but it doesn't do that.
It's an OM for the Janome,
OM?
OM foot.
Okay.
I really like it. It was, like I said, it's the first time I've ever used it. When she first sent it to me, I was like, that's not what I wanted, but boy, I'm glad she did.
oh, yes, this is what you want.
Yep, she knew better than I did. I really miss her not working there anymore.
Who?
Kim,
Oh,
she retired last year. But man, she was so knowledgeable about the Genomes. I mean, just
oh, yeah.
knew everything.
Okay. Well, I have a point that's not matching very well, and I've taken it across, taken it out twice.
Okay.
I think I'm gonna have to let it be.
And where is it? What you're
Let me
talking?
show you. Let me
Yeah,
show you.
meeting at your-
Show us.
See, right? Okay, I'm gonna, right there.
Oh, mine doesn't match exactly either, so I wouldn't worry about it. That's not enough
Yeah,
to rip
that's
it.
close enough to, yeah, that's not even enough.
That's not enough to rip out. I'm sorry.
Okay, because I've done it twice and it keeps doing the same thing.
Yeah, so that means your fabric was a little bit off or something, but no.
I wouldn't rip it out, that's for sure. Call it a day.
I'm calling it. Yeah, the others, I don't know. Oh, well.
Now, of course, when you show me your finished quilt, I'm gonna go, oh, this is lovely. This, oh, look, this corner right here doesn't match.
Right.
Because that's exactly where I'm going.
Yeah. But let me tell you what, if I ever do that to you, then payback's a total bear, okay?
Yes,
If you just
exactly.
look at my quilts and go, oh, look here, look here, look here. Oh, there's one here. Look at
Like I said, quilting makes you very humble.
Yes.
Yeah, that's the way that works. Uh-huh. Yeah.
As somebody in Saturday's class said, only God is perfect.
A.
At the Quilters Guild, when they have show and tell, a lot of times I'll turn quilts over and look at the backside. I'm more interested in this quilting and stippling than I am in other things, and make some of the ladies grumpy.
Oh.
But when I had taken in one of the quilt tops I had, I just finished the quilt top. I didn't have anything else done. The three ladies up in the front wanted me to turn the quilt top over so they could see if I pressed the seams or not.
Oh, God. So which quilt field do you go to, Ted?
Hayfield County.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Well, poop. I love my machines sometimes. Oh. No. Yep. Look at this. Okay. This is the exact point where I ran out of bobbin thread.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
That close on the last
Okay,
one, huh?
so now- yeah.
Wow.
So now I have to look. Start on my second bobbin. But if I get through this quilt with 2 bobbins, that's going to be amazing.
Guys, I have to go, but thank you, Tammy.
Oh, you're welcome. I'm glad you're
Bye.
here.
Yeah, it was good to see you.
Yes,
Yeah.
it was.
And are you meeting next Tuesday or Thursday over the phone?
Yeah, this Thursday we'll be meeting over the phone.
Okay, sounds good.
So, or over Zoom. Yeah.
Yes, over Zoom. All right, thank you, guys.
Okay.
Okay,
Linda,
Bye-bye.
later.
It looks
Bye.
great. Thank you. Thank you so
Hey.
much.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
bye-bye.
Oh, no. She's ending the meeting, not me. Although, yes, it's probably time to go.
It
So,
probably
do you
is.
guys have any last minute questions or
Nope, I'm almost done with my last unit.
are you really? Well, I'll stay until I finish mine. So,
And so then I'll have my first square and I'll know what to go by after this.
yeah, because I've got one more piece to sew onto this block, and I'm well.
It's always nice to get one done. Then you can just
Then you just and
follow.
this one chain stitches beautifully. So
Yeah, I'm
take the
sure it
remaining
does.
7 and just chain away.
That's what I'm gonna do once this first one is done.
Yeah, I'll tell you, whoever came up with the concept of chain stitching was
Ingenious.
ingenious. Yes,
Yep.
because it just, I always have contests with how many times can I keep the chain going.
Oh, Tammy.
I hate breaking the chain.
That's because you like being in gangs.
Exactly.
Okay.
You were saying earlier, and Linnea, she's still married to me. The 15th, it'll be 14 years.
Oh, wow.
Oh wow.
Well, that's pretty soon.
Yep.
So we reached that point this year that Don's been married or been with me for over half his life. So
Wow. Wow.
Now that got
So-
me in trouble in my first marriage when I said that.
uh-oh.
I've been with you more than half my life.
Well, I guess it depends on the tone, Ted.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, silly me, huh?
Exactly. Silly you.
Yeah, see, I reached that point year before last. And so, it was just, to me, it was a huge deal, because it was when I turned 60 and it was like, and I realized that, I'd been with Don since I was 30. So, and it was like, wow, that I would ever stay with one man for that long was just boggled my mind.
Or like you were kind of saying earlier, that she put up with me that long. Yeah.
That's exactly that he put up with me that long.
Hmm.
Well, the whole point of getting married sometimes just so that somebody knows that you existed and somebody, knows you. Somebody knows
Knows
you.
you and you laugh at things together.
Yeah.
You have these ongoing jokes that we've had going for 30 years.
Yep, exactly. That's
Yep.
always so cool.
And I'll tell you what's really cool is Sunday, we rode from our house out to Old Town Manassas and had lunch. We rode our bikes.
Oh, wow.
Okay. And we both got electric bikes, and that is the greatest thing in the whole world. We had so much fun because there's no way that I would be able to ride 18 miles.
Wow, that's a long ride.
Yeah, but I could easily do it because when I got tired, it's like, okay, just pedal assist. All the uphills, pedal assist, and it's just like you're riding on a level surface. And it's just, so it just made a difference. And even Don said it, because he used it a lot, used the electric part way more than I thought he would. But yeah, so that's our plan is that when he retires, we're going to get an RV and take the RV and our bikes and go travel around the United States.
Yep.
So, he wants to do it in chunks. I want to do it all at once, but we'll compromise somewhere along the road there. And oops, we lost D.
Well, she was having intermittent
Yes,
issues, so she thought,
better. Okay, so I think I'm going to let you go, Ted.
okay.
And we will,
I'm sewing the last strip on mine, so I
Yeah.
almost have
and
mine
as
too.
long as
So
I got to press this block out and I'm done. So,
okay, that's fine.
cool. Oh, look at that.
So
So pretty.
okay. Well, you take care. It's good to
Okay.
see you. And let me see. Tomorrow I've got the HVAC guy coming.
And tomorrow I'm
so-
down in Stafford with D. So,
And so that's what, Wednesday, and then I don't know if, where'd my phone go? There it goes. It's out here somewhere. And then you've got the Zoom thing Thursday. What time? I know what time that is. Never mind.
I texted you this morning on it, but you didn't pay attention. Tell Linnea she's being too much of a boss. Let you go so you can have fun
Okay.
too.
Okay. All right. Well, so I've got to come out to Costco too, or not Costco, but Sam's Club also. So
Okay.
I'll try to incorporate your place, get that batting out of Helene's room there, so she has room in her living room there, and see what's going on with your lights.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Thanks, Ted.
You take care. Good to
Just
see you.
talking to you, so.
Okay. You
Okay.
take care.
All right.
Bye bye.